Denise, guess what?
What, Abby?
We got chismes.
Hi everyone, welcome back to a new episode of We Got Chisme. Cue the pew 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 pew.
This woman is crazy.
Sabi's looking for it. Oh, I thought you were looking the pew 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 pew.
No.
Oh
Pew, pew, pew,
God,
pew.
how dare you not encourage my craziness?
I already deal with a lot. Don't push a woman. Don't push
He
me.
doesn't have enough patience for me anymore. Wow.
Anyhow,
Anyway, you're gonna have to suck it up and deal with me. So, this episode is all about dating and how much dating sucks. I know. It is harsh. It's harsh out there for everyone.
I don't think we can relate much anymore.
We cannot right now, but probably you've been through it before. Probably you know someone who's going through it.
Aww. Yes, definitely. Yeah, I definitely have a friend who's trying to, and it's pain in the behind. But let's go through the comments. Probably I brought some of his story through some of the story that you bring up. Maybe I will put something that relatable.
So, the story that we have, story number one, it's coming from the subreddit Relationship Advice, and it was posted 7 years ago. The title is My 22 Female Date 22 Male Accidentally Sent a Text That Was Not Meant for Me. Our second date is tonight, but I felt discouraged. Am I overreacting?
Depending of the context of the text.
Let's see. I recently started dating a guy I met through mutual friends, and things have been going well. Our first date was last week, and we had an amazing time. I am really attracted to him and thought he was the sweetest, most romantic guy ever. We have not had sex yet, but I'm sorry, we have not had sex yet because I am not trying to rush things. In parentheses, she says, I'm not into casual sex anyway. Today, we were texting, and I told him that I was going to take a shower and come back in a while. When I was done, I checked my phone and noticed 20 plus unread texts and few missed calls from him, which was weird since I was not even gone for long. I scrolled up and started reading his text. He sent me several pictures of me, selfies, beach pics, and say some very vulgar sexual stuff. I am not prudish at all, but this was just over the top. Saying things like wanting to eat my poo, filling me up without a condom, etc. I am just paraphrasing here, but he worded it in a very graphic way.
Very graphic.
The texts were clearly meant for his bodies, and he added that we are going on a date tonight. It was shocking because he's a very gentlemanly guy. Like he's a gentleman. Yeah, but they added the L-I at the end.
Oh.
Anyway, I was shocking because he's a gentleman. So I did not expect to see this side of him. He also said that I talk too much, in quotes, and that it gives him headaches, and that it's better I wear a ball gag when we have sex. As soon as he noticed his mistake, he started apologizing profusely and claimed that this was all just a misunderstanding. He was panicking and tried to call me to explain the situation. I was pretty annoyed and did not even respond to his text. Towards the end, he said that he actually really likes me and that he feels bad for what he did.
He could have.
I was,
He could have unsent them. when he noticed, like,
Okay, this was 7 years ago. The
oh,
unsent
I
did
don't
not
think that was.
exist. No, it did not exist 7 years ago. Just new.
True.
Yeah. So I was looking forward to our date since last week. However, now I have a completely different image of him and it's putting me off. I do not expect him to be a saint, but this was so unnecessary. I feel like he does not respect me at all. Besides, he thinks I talk too much, so now I'm self conscious about that. My friends say that this is just how guys talk to each other and that I'm overreacting. Is that true? Am I just being petty?
Well, at least you know what he wants you, and he wants to stuff you up. But a little bit of the notch, it was the fact that she let him know that she was going to shower doesn't mean like it was a key for him to.
To start talking shit like that?
Well, for his body temperature to rise to that huge peak of a stage. Let's put it that way. Um, but no, I don't think that she's overreacting. If it's something, if she doesn't like that side of him, well, they're just dating, so she just can move on for the next person, and that's about it. It's nothing like she needs to be compromised, something or nothing like that. So you know, it's for the best.
It is. I think it
Uncomfortable
is for the
moment,
best.
uncomfortable moment, yes, for sure. But look at the positive side. Now you know what he's working with.
Okay.
And if you don't like it, like, you know what? Fuck.
I say fuck this guy. Disrespectful. Crazy. You don't do that.
Well, I guess no, but definitely he was a little bit off the notch over there, especially if they haven't get an intimacy, and it seems like they haven't been started like fooling around with those type of tests. So just to go like diving like that, like could be a lot, my dude. Like
Yeah.
you pass from 0 to 3,000.
Yeah. Definitely.
I think the one who needed a cold shower was him and not her. But like I said before, now you know what you're working with. You kind of getting to know him better.
Now you gotta run.
And at the end of the day, this is what all dating is about, to get to know one another better, to decide whether you like it or not.
You know
So,
what? That's a really good point.
exactly. So this is what dating is about.
Top comment says, when someone shows you who they are, believe them.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, there are so many comments that OP responds. One of them is like, I was thinking, what a fucking creep. But maybe he's just talking a lot of shit with his friends. Then the ball gag part, fucking disrespectful. Please do not see him again. Teach this piece of shit a lesson that he cannot just talk about people like that. And then OP says, yeah, out of all things, I found that the most disrespectful because it was a personal attack. I never got the impression that he's bored when I talk. Not sure why he's even putting up with it if I am so annoying. I mean, we know why he's putting up with it, girl. All he wanted was sex. So, yeah.
Well, maybe not. Maybe he was just trying to show his playful side. A little too much, I would say.
Playful.
About too much, but
Playful. That's not playful. You cuckoo, my guy. You cuckoo. Someone else says, nah, he does not get a second chance. This behavior is disgusting. Thank goodness he showed his true colors early. And then OP says, that's kind of what I thought. He showed his true colors pretty early. And then someone else says, this is awful. No, respectful guys do not act like this. And OP says, so it's not a guy thing, right? And they say, I'm a dude. There is a certain larger than it should be percentage of dudes who behave like that towards women. The general consensus among normal functioning adult men is that they're all fucking gross and creepy. The majority of us do not act like that and will find this dude's behavior fucking appalling. You are not overreacting in the slightest, and no, you should not go on another date with the guy. If a dude sent me text like that about a woman he was dating, it would be enough to make me not want to do anything with him anymore.
I mean, that's a
Good
truly
job.
turn off, I would say.
Yeah, it is. It totally is. Like, I will not even, I would just be, I don't even know if I will respond. I'll probably be like, that was very disrespectful. I don't want to see you again. And block him. And that's it. If you want to say something, I don't know. Hopefully this girl, since this was 7 years ago, found the love of her life and she's not out there still dating men like this.
By now, she already probably married with kids.
Probably. Hopefully.
Probably she hung up with him.
No.
You never know. You never know. You never know.
It is true. You never know. But okay. Moving on to story number 2. This one comes from the subreddit Vent.
Oh.
And yes, and it was posted 7 months ago.
Okay. From
Since
7 years to 7 months.
I know. I, 30 female, went on my first date in 6 years, and I am never dating again. So, I was in a relationship for 5 years. Ended earlier this year, and on Friday, I was lonely, had no plans on Halloween, and decided to download Hinge as a first time user. Was shocked. I got 100 plus likes the first date and got overwhelmed.
Of course, fresh meat.
I also was shocked a few men already asked me out within 2 days. So one guy who was pretty attractive and lives in my town, most of the others seemed to be far away, asked me out and we had a good text combo on Fridays, and Friday and Saturday, so I say yes. Honestly, I will not usually say yes so quick, but I want to get out there and practice, so I had low expectations for the date.
As you should.
Yeah. He tells me he will pick me up today after work to take me to a restaurant. More on the pricey side, his choice. I say I will drive there, and this could have been the first red flag because he kept insisting on picking me up because he's a true gentleman. I doubled down and he said, okay, see you there. Well, we met up a few hours ago. I was feeling nervous, but he looked just like his photos and was very friendly. Bit over the top. Pushed my chair in, and he was already there and ordered us drinks, which I did not plan to drink, but I figured because he already ordered, I should just take it. They did not bring them out until I got there. So we end up talking mostly about what we're looking for and our jobs. He gets vulnerable and says he truly wants love, blah, 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 blah. And he felt something different about me versus other women he has met, blah, 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 blah. Honestly, I wanted it to be true, but I have always been a pretty skeptical person. Well, we are there an hour. He ordered another drink and 2 appetizers and an entry. I just ordered my entry. I denied the second drink, but he kept insisting. He ordered it anyways, but I did not drink it, so he had to drink it. I get there when I get tired when I drink, and told him I do not do more than one. He laughed and said he had to use the bathroom since he drank so much. I had a weird feeling at that moment, like, oh no, don't tell me. Well, I waited about 5 minutes. Waitress came to check on me. I told her I was on a first date. Not gonna lie, the tears started flowing a bit because I was so embarrassed that I likely got left with the bill. And I think the guy ordered all this stuff and left me with the bill. And I told her I only got the entry. I could tell she felt really bad for me, and she said she's gonna get her manager. I gave the manager his name and showed his photo to them. They said they will split the check to just include my entry, and at this point it's been 15 minutes, so it was clearly that he left. Just want to say that I'm never in my life going on another first date off an app, because what the actual fuck was that? That was very sad, girlie. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But please do not.
Well, hopefully she got money to pay her part of the bill.
you say that sucks, but you shouldn't, just judge everybody for this or
And
other people for this.
yeah, don't judge everybody by the same thing because you never know. Maybe you just got unfortunate by this dude, and the next one could be the
Could
one.
be something good. You never know. I know people have been in so many dates just to find the perfect person or the person for them.
Mm-hmm.
And you never know. Maybe the next one, maybe the after. Well, like you say, this was just practice. You're just going out there. You had low expectations. I know this one probably even lower.
So you're gonna lower your expectation even lower than that. What about for the first date? What about not to go to a dinner? Just go to like I don't know, a
Coffee or something
walk
like
in
that.
the park or I don't know, somewhere like you don't
Like go get ice cream and walk around, something
yeah,
like that.
like you don't feel attached like to be with a person for a certain amount of time and if things you talk for a little bit, if things doesn't work out, you're more than free to give and then each goes each well and you won't feel that bad. Or you will not feel like embarrassed because you're in a
Mm-hmm.
public area. So nobody's paying attention to you. That would be like at least to me somebody threw a nap for the first time, I would say.
Yeah. Technically, that it's funny because the top comment says that. It says meet for coffee. Meet for coffee. Fuck guys and girls like this. Dating in LA sucks. And after I got burned a few times, I just met people for coffee. You know what? I meet my lovely wife for coffee and it's been 6 years married. Don't give up, meet on your own terms, and you will find the right partner for you. Sorry, this ass clown hurt you, but he didn't, and you will find love, and he will be out there lonely. You win. Which is true. That's very true.
At the end of the day, she's the one with the advantage because you dodge a bullet. And you, like, when stuff like that happen, we have to look at the positive side. I know that it doesn't seem too much of a positive side at the moment specifically, but the positive is like you already know the dude is gonna be wasting your time. Second, you know, like he's not a man. He was not too interested in you. You don't waste most of your time anymore trying to, mingle with him and just making small talk and making yourself more vulnerable emotionally than you already are. So
Mm-hmm.
you always have to see the bright side of things. Sometimes it doesn't go the way we think or prefer to, but whatever. Like that TV show, Nets.
Somebody said something that made me think. They were like, he didn't. Uh, it says, I think you dodge a bullet. His insistence on you drinking and then him running off makes my paranoid brain that he was planning to do something to you.
Like
Yeah.
roofie. Yeah.
Yeah, and then someone comments, yeah, this as a gay guy who has been on a shocking number of remarkably bad dates. Like with actual insane people who have done the most breathtakingly bizarre things. None of them have ever done anything like this. Dude was being calculated, not wanting her to drive there, having a drink waiting for her, the love bombing, insisting she drank more. You know what? Yeah, that is true. And then somebody's like, he didn't want her driving there either. Probably so her ability to leave whenever she wanted was or felt hindered, and that there was more chance she would drink excess when not having to worry about driving.
Well, at this point, there's more red flag than anything else with this too. So I think it will be
Yeah.
it is best as it is at this
I
moment.
am so glad that you held your boundaries, that you were very straightforward, and you know what? It could have been worse. Think about it.
Yes, she stick to herself. That's what matters.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And you protected yourself. Just
And
keep doing that and keep trying. I promise you, the
alcoholism.
right person is out there.
Indeed, indeed. But like
Indeed,
the
indeed.
other comment says, like go for a coffee,
Mm-hmm.
ice cream in the park, something simple.
Yeah, no more dinners.
No dinners, no free meals, girl. That it's not worth anything.
Mm-hmm.
Because then you feel the pressure, like some drinks here and there, like, oh, since you didn't drive here, let me take you home. And then they're trying to ponerse de fresco. You know, have to think of that. Have to be very careful nowadays. Very careful.
Very careful.
Uh-huh.
Very careful.
Yes, people, please.
Okay, let's move on to the next dating horror story.
Let's go to number 3.
This one comes from the subreddit Today I Fucked Up. And this was posted 5 years ago. And the title is Today I Fucked Up by Inviting a Tinder date over to my house and accidentally meeting his mother. Like many other unfortunate souls, my non-existent dating life has me turned into the dating apps. This particular one is from Tinder. I have been chatting with this guy for a few days and everything was going swimmingly. We had so much in common and were looking for the same things. His pictures were cute and he did not live too far away. All seemed well. I invited him over to grill out some burgers in my backyard. He asked if he could bring anything. I say, sure, bring some bacon for the burgers. He agreed and said he'll be over soon. Given his distance, I expect him to be over or around 15 minutes. I started the grill and seasoned the burgers. Half an hour later, he messaged me. I've been driving by... No, what? He messaged me. Oh, I have driven by a couple times and chicken out. Like he has driven by a couple times and he had chicken out. Are you sure you want me to come over? Maybe a red flag, but I chalk it up to nerves and just say, come on, I'm hungry. So this haggard looking guy shows up. Much different than his Cedric picture.
Ay.
That's all right. I can move past that. From the minute he woke up, and I kid you not, he did not take a breath. Within the first 5 minutes, I knew his life story from his aunt who hated their grandma to his father who likes to collect taxidermy. Not a single breath. Again, I figured he was just nervous.
Yeah.
I put the burgers on, and when they are ready, he pulls out a Ziploc from his pocket with 2 pieces of bacon in it. He puts them only on his burger. So that's all the bacon that this guy brought? 2 pieces for his burger? Man.
Talking about cheap people.
He says, okay. We sit down at the patio table and start eating. I finished my burger before he even started his. He did not stop talking the entire time. When we sit down, he reaches into his pocket, pulls out a vial. It's about 2-inch tall with a cork in it. It's filled with a grayish powder. He must have noticed me staring at it, flipping between if he was about to snort something strange or build some sand art. He said, oh, all super casual. I'd like you to introduce you to my mother. You get it? You get it, dude? I don't know how you're not reacting right now.
No, it's like, who the heck? Ay, Dios mío. Who brings his mom to...
He got a 2-inch bottle filled with his mother.
Oh, no.
Mother!
But this seems like a completely failure, but let's see how it ends.
I mean, yeah, starting with the bacon, you asked.
No. It started with the...
With the lying about your appearance.
The nervous... Yeah, well, driven by so many times, being chicken out, the appearance, then the non-stop talking, then the bacon.
Fucking bacon!
And then the shaving top of the ice cream is that...
The mother!
Mom, I just bought it for her sale. Just my mom. I just carry with her all the time, you know.
Oh, but this is just my mother. That's it. I just carry her all the time. I want her to meet all my dates. Mom, do you approve?
How this Continue. Let me see how this weirdness.
Okay. She says, I just stared at him for what felt like an eternity. I did not know whether to laugh or cry or run. I like to bring her to any important event in my life. She also has ashes in his necklace I'm wearing, and in this ring I have on, and this half sleeve tattoo is for her. Now, mind you, I have lost too many people close to me, and I do not judge people based on their grief cycles. We all cope differently, and I respect that. But homebody brought a vial of his mother's ashes and set them on the table for a first date. I simply could not. He finally finished his burger, and I made some excuse about having to clock in and finish some work at 9:30 p.m. He texted me before he even got to his car and told me, "My mother really like you. I cannot wait to see you again." I told him I did not feel the connection to him or his mother. Is this a guy or a girl? I need to know.
I didn't feel the connections between you and your mother. That's fun. That's fucked up.
Oh, this is crazy. Oh my god. She's like, my mother really like you. I can't wait to see you again. Did she tell you that? Did the bio like move a little bit, like turn colors?
It transcends their thoughts through his
Is
feet.
that like a little magic ball that you do? And it tells you if he likes you or not.
Oh my god.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Oof. Anyway, OP has another comment saying, I get most people do not invite people over to their place for a first date. It was my choice. I have had plenty of good bonfire first dates, but yes, lesson learned.
My god.
Oh my god.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm trying to read any other comments. I let me see if there is a top comment because that was just something that OP added. Top comment says Wonsa. Yeah, I understand people kind of word vomiting when nervous, but that's unreal. I thought he invited an alive mother to tag along on the date. I guess it could have been worse. LOL. Some people say I was hoping she dropped him off, maybe. Or wait, if they had been at a restaurant and she was a waiter, something like that, but nobody was expecting the vial.
That's crazy.
Yeah, yep. And then somebody says, God Almighty, I cannot fathom the social ineptitude where one could bring just 2 pieces of bacon to a cock cookout and not even sharing them. What the actual fuck? Great story, Opie. I hope the next dude is not a bacon hug. And she's like, the real worst thing that happened, the bacon hug. And I'm like, yeah, I think the bacon hit me as well. I was like, how dare you bring in just 2 pieces of bacon, not giving me any? Oh yeah, that's all.
It's sad though that people don't do themselves like a little like, will this be like weird if I do this? But at least he was being himself. Just as the positive part of it.
Yeah.
And at least you know what you were getting yourself into it. But it's just too much. That was just too much.
Way too much.
Yeah. That was just a lot. And not just that, it was like my mom told me she likes you. Like, are you trying to be funny and kill the dead or something like that?
I don't know. I don't think that line has ever worked on anyone. So please stop. Please stop trying. Oh gosh.
What would you do if something like that happens to you?
Oh, first of all, I will not invite this dude to my house. But let's say I made a bad decision and it happened, he got there, and then I think the fact that he only, I swear to you, the fact that more bothered me the most was that he brought only 2 pieces of bacon. He didn't share. I was just, oh my god, you had one job, bring bacon. You just brought it for yourself. Anyway, the moment that he brought out his mother, I would have done the same thing that they did and be like, hey, I have something to do. I am so sorry. Can you leave, please? And I will have blocked him immediately. I will not even wait for the my mother like you text. But yeah, what else can you do?
It's nothing else.
Nothing else.
Nothing else. But at least he, thanks God he have to go back into his job. So you didn't have to deal with him that much. So
Unless, yeah, that's true.
yeah, so it's like I always say, you have to see the positive of things. In this
Yeah, yeah.
case, well, thankfully he have to work at 9 p.m. Maybe he works overnight.
Sabi is very positive today.
We have to look at the positive side of things at the end of the day, because
But she didn't have to work. She made the excuse of it.
I know, well, that's true. But at least it worked out, and you shush him out.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
What were you? I don't know. But the moment that he pulled out like the mother in the jar, I'm like, I forgot that I have a meeting to attend like earlier than this, so we just have like
Bye-bye.
2 minutes, and especially since he never stopped talking all the time, so that's kind of annoying. Like when you go out and meet somebody and they just talk, 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 so you feel like, oh yeah.
We're supposed to know each other, not just you.
Well, he knows him. He doesn't know her.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if this is a guy or a girl. I have no idea. It doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
Crazy. But yeah. I think I'm ready to move on from this.
Please, let's do it. Hopefully, I hope like you have something more normal.
Yeah.
This is becoming like the date of a nightmare, the nightmare's date, or something like that.
That's what the title was. Dating sucks. We're going to story number 4, which comes from the subreddit Today I Fucked Up Again. So this story was posted 6 years ago. I don't know how we can go worse to bringing your mother in a vial, but we'll see.
I don't think nobody can do that, but let's see.
Today I fucked up by going on a date with an ill-behaved Manchild. Sorry for the length and formatting on mobile. This happened in 2008, shortly after I got stationed in South Korea, Republic of Korea officially. I was a lowly, private, albeit a reasonable, attractive woman in my early 20s. I was out one night with some friends when a tall, funny, redhead guy who happened to be one of my friend's soldiers asked to take me out to dinner. Friend told me it was a bad idea. I asked why, but he will not give me details. My exact words were, what's the worst what could happen? I get a free meal and we don't click. As you may have guessed, this was not. In fact, the worst that could happen. The following evening, we were supposed to meet at the taxi stand outside Post, but he was late. He calls to tell me he's at an ATM and asks if I have cash for the taxi. Not a great start, but sure, I can spring for the taxi. He gets to the taxi stand. We ask the Korean taxi driver in our mash of Korean and English to take us to a nearby Air Force base, which houses the only Chili's on the peninsula. Something to the effect of Adushe Osaka Jusayo. Sir, take us to Osan, please. I was just trying to read that, I'm sorry. We are going through back roads and I ask what he thinks of Korea so far. He starts going off on a rant about how these people do not even speak English. Yeah, remember that we're in Korea, okay?
That's what I'm saying, like seriously.
Yeah. And I must have looked at him like he had lost his mind. As I open my mouth to speak, a little boy loses his ball and runs into the street to get it. This set Red off all over again, talking about these people have no common sense. and just really raises weird and out of touch comments. When he finally takes a breath, I remind him that we are in their country, not the other way around,
Thank you.
and that everyone's being really respectful, so I am not sure what his problem was in the first place. He gets mad and he puts his headphones on, not saying another word to me the whole way to Osan. When we finally pull up to Osan Air Force Base, I lean forward to pay the driver, and he says in perfect English with an American accent, "Thank you, ma'am. That will be X amount of one." And I could feel the blood rush to my face. Red does a double take at this man's English and darts out of the car. I apologize profusely, and the driver reminds me he speaks English, tells me he spent 10 years in Chicago, and that he knows I was not the one being awful. I tip him as well as I could, thank him, and apologize again. We had to take another shorter taxi ride once on base to the Chiles. Red remains silent, and not surprisingly, I pay for this one too. Red, who is about 6'2", dressed in baggy bleach white shoes, pants, t-shirt, and baseball cap, decides to go to the restroom as soon as we're seated. He comes back immediately and loudly commenting on everyone staring at him. Trying to lighten the mood, I say that it's strange how clear it is which guys are Army and which are Air Force. He asks how I can tell, which is almost funny to me, and I use the phrase pretty boys to describe the Air Force guys and say the soldiers all look a little tougher. He starts actually yelling at me that if I like Air Force guys that much, I should go out with one of them. I just stare at him. Server comes and I ask for water. There is no way I want to be drunk around this dude. He insists that the margaritas are the only reason to come to Chili's and orders one for me. The server is a young woman who looks at me nervously, but I just nod to let her know it's fine. I order a buffalo chicken salad. He orders 2 appetizers, beer, and a steak. I had 1 sip of the margarita and let him finish it on top of the 3 or 4 beers he has. He snaps at the server, sends his food back, just everything he could have done. We do not talk much. The server brings the check and he says to her, we will split it right down to the middle. Or something very clearly to the effect of, I'm paying 15% of the number. She looks at me again and I take the check from her. I'm totally done at this point.
The only thing that she wanted to do is like, I need to get out of here without this crazy dude.
Yeah, but the thing is that he wanted to split it, right? Right in the middle. So she goes, if we're going to split it, let's split it. These beers are yours, the steak was yours, the appetizers are yours. Technically, the margarita was mine, even though you drank it, but I will take that and my salad, and you, sir, can pay for the rest. The server is just standing there awkwardly staring as I finally raise my voice at this jerk. He opens his mouth to say something and I snap, what? Did I miss something? And I hand her cash as he hands her his card. He did not even tip, but I did. Of course, tipping is rude, but frankly, she more than earned it. Right? He was totally silent the entire ride back, which of course I paid for. I let his supervisor, my friend who had warned me, know how it went down and apologized for not heeding the warning. Somehow, at PT the next morning, Red had shown up in the wrong uniform and there was smoke quite severely. I heard, but we never spoke again. And I say, edit, thank you to everyone who has been kind in the comments. I did not think my default worst state story would cause this kind of ruckus. Info, I was an Army medic stationed in Humphreys at the time. We were briefed that it was considered rude to tip servers in Korea. At least one person with more personal knowledge than my own on the matter has clarified this in the comments. I was a server before joining and strongly support people tipping their servers well, and often where it's customary necessary for them to pay the bills. But yeah, this guy was awful.
I think he thought you have some serious PTSD and a very strong, very patriotic, I would say, for one of those wonderful people who thinks like every country should be as their own country. First of all, you want somebody else's country might do like not even open the mouth. Second of all, like
Ugh.
you causing a scene, like of course they're gonna be looking at you. You're in a foreign country, they're not used to see the type of people like you are. Um, what you expect? Like, where is the common sense of some people sometimes?
I think that my move would have been wait for the taxi to stop, for him to get out, lock the doors, and tell the taxi driver, bring me back to where I came from. I will leave that dude stranded. He deserves it.
Because at the moment, like in the drive there,
He was being horrible.
he already give you like the preview of what's to come, and it was worse than the preview. It's way worse. But on top of that, like at the end of the day, she raised her voice, and because he ate all of them, she just ate a salad. And he wanted to split right in the middle. Like I'm glad that she
That
just
she
raised the voice and like
spoke up. Yeah.
these
Yeah, because
people,
at the end of the day, she said, what's the worst that can happen? I get a free meal out of it. And you did not even get the free meal, girlie. You almost paid for his food because he was being an ass. But good thing that you stood up to him.
neither a free meal, neither a free ride.
No, nothing.
Absolutely
And you had to
understand.
hear, a jerk the whole time. Mm-mm.
And there is nothing more annoying than hearing somebody complaining about something like you feel embarrassed.
Yeah, of course. It's horrible. How dare you say these people don't speak English? These people don't have common sense in their own country. What do you think? Everybody has to cater to you and your little American needs? The heck?
It reminded me when I studied abroad in China. I have a song, like two of them specifically. The other one were like an open-minded, different backgrounds, more humble. But these two is like we were going to like at this oh my god, little barrio. How you say that?
Mm-hmm.
Little community outside of campus per se.
There you go.
And you
Like a
know,
little town?
like a little like nice town.
Okay.
You know, where you can see like the resources was very not there.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, as soon as we entered the little town, she started like, "Oh my god, they live like this! Oh my god, what is this? Oh my god, did they don't speak? They don't have no hygiene stuff like that?" And yada 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 yada. So, and this was between the first 5 minutes that we entering,
Disgusting behavior.
and it was like that the whole fucking trip. 6 months. 6 months hearing that.
And they still didn't learn.
At the end of the day, at the very towards the end, she gets a little better kind of adjusting. But I'm like, girl, it did took you long. But it's very disrespectful.
It took you a long time to learn to respect other cultures? That's fucking crazy that your parents didn't raise you like that.
Well, I think some people, that was the first time leaving the States, but some people have for granted what they have and what they raised with.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But at the end of the day, like when you go to those countries and see how different they live from you, that doesn't mean like they have less value than you do. Because
Mm-hmm.
somehow I think that's the mentality. And for
Mm-hmm.
this person be part of an army to represent a great country or whatever, coming across like that because he's just being stationed there for a little bit. How many other countries you've been visiting and you being this rude at this point in your life? So it's very disgraceful for that country have soldiers like that, so disrespectful that do not project what like with integrity.
Yeah.
I feel really bad for the girl. So I'm not her. I don't know her, and I really feel for her.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So embarrassed.
Me too, girlie. Next time, just leave. Do not stay through dinner. Leave.
You should leave. And
Yeah,
it's
make him
okay.
be embarrassed that he was left in the middle of the
It's
street.
okay for you to leave.
It is
Nobody's gonna
okay.
do anything to you, girl.
Mm-hmm,
So you'll be
mm-hmm.
fine. Um,
Uh, Want me to read some comments?
please do so. So I would like to see what people. I would like to see what if people think the same way I do.
Top comment says, you should have stayed in the first cab. And
Just
Opie and Opie says, that's definitely the farthest I should have let go, but I seem to prefer learning things the hard way.
stay. We can
I
tell.
guess so. And then someone is like, he's at an ATM where you get cash, but ask if you have cash for a taxi. I know that we often give people the benefit of the doubt, but right there was a pretty clear signal that the night was not going to go well. And then Opie says, you're absolutely right, and that's exactly why I remember the part so vividly. I thought maybe I just misunderstood, but I sure didn't. And then someone else says, Korea straight up is awesome. I was stationed awesome for a few years and I spoke Korean, but damn, if you only have to utter two semi-correct syllables, and most Koreans are just like super jazz, that you're trying and will really go the extra mile to try to communicate with you as best as they can. As far as foreign countries that US soldiers get to send to, Korea is one of the best assignments you can draw. You deal with more assholes stateside than you do in Korea. And Aopi says, this is definitely my experience with Korea too. I was terrified going over there, and by the end, I was comfortable walking the streets alone at night, which is not something I do stateside. I went into a little beauty boutique fairly early on and used all three words of Korean that I knew, and the sweet young woman behind the counter gave me an entire little bag of samples when I bought a nail polish. She was so sweet and happy that I could not believe she was just giving me stuff.
Oh,
But yeah, and then someone says, sometimes I cannot even begin to fathom how people can act like this. I'm amazed at the level of patience you show throughout the night. It's great that you stood up your ground against him. And LP says, thank you. I did not have much practice at standing up for myself back then, but I'm very glad I found the ability. I think I would have let it go if he had at least treated the server and the taxi driver kindly, but if his behavior was just really uncalled for. And that's as far as we have OP comments. So which one do you think is the worst story of all of this?
well, this one was just very embarrassed. But like he's saying, like Kopi says, she seems to learn things in the hard way. Well, maybe
Out of the
she's
way.
trying to give it the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he's
Yeah, 100%.
maybe he was hungry, and after he eat, he gets a little better. But no, fortunately, he was Shrek all around.
It was horrible. Horrible.
I would say
Do you want a reminder of all of them? That you don't remember.
no. I do remember.
Okay.
I would say the guy with the mom's ashes.
The mom's ashes?
That's just
Because remember, there is also the guy that sent all the pictures and told her she should wear a ball gag.
That's okay.
That's okay.
It's not okay. It's not okay. But that's like I can see guys doing that. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, there is also the guy that stood up the girl with the bill, and then there is the
Well, we
other
don't know that. We
ashes.
don't know that. We don't know that. But
We don't know what.
it was suspicious.
Do you think he died and disappeared in the toilet?
No, but we don't know that if he really was trying to do something bad. But
No, we don't know if she was trying to do something, but we do know that he left her with the bill and disappear. Which is not something to laugh about. I am so sorry. I'm just saying that compared to the one that looked like Hagrid and that brought only bacon for himself and his mom as in a little vial, I think, girl, you are lucky.
I'm just comparing them with the level of awareness. So if we compare them in the weirdest way, he gets the trophy. If we get it for the worst experience, this girl got the trophy. The last story.
Yeah.
And
Definitely.
if we goes with the how you call this, like Saved by the Bell, the girl that got stood up, she gets the trophy. But unfortunately, the first one, I think that's a little common for some
It
guys.
is, sadly.
So being such a piece of poo poo.
Yeah, sadly, it is. You're right.
Yeah. So, on my honest opinion, the weirdest was the second one. The most embarrassed one that would be like, I left you eating by yourself. I'm out of here. Is the last one. So the last two were my favorites one. The first two were okay. The first one was, you know, but this
Guys being guys.
no, I
I
wouldn't look like
was
that.
about to be like,
Absolutely not. No, absolutely not. Everybody
Well,
needs
the
to
first
have
guy
a
was an asshole.
yeah.
The second guy was weird as fuck.
But at least the first one apologized afterwards.
At least, yeah, had accountability. But I have a feeling that he only apologized because he wanted to see if he still had a chance to have sex with her.
Well, he knew he fucked up, and obviously he
Yeah.
knows that didn't. It was no way that he would get a chance.
My guy was just horny. That's what he was. He was horny and he was like, you know what, let me apologize and see if this gets me somewhere. But no, I'm glad it didn't. Story number 2 is so freaking weird. I don't know what's happening, but still, my guy, you shouldn't have left her with a bill, asshole. Story number 3 is actually crazy as hell because what do you mean my mother like you?
But remember, he also had it in his necklace and ring too. So
And at the 2.
he was infused with his mom's vibes.
It's my spirit. Okay. He truly was a mama's boy. He still is a mama's boy. You will never get rid of the mother-in-law. He's gonna tell you, my mother disapproves of what you're doing right now. She thinks you're not cleaning the kitchen properly.
In the event that it was not clear. And bringing his piece of bacon in his Ziploc bag. Jeez.
God, imagine his mom back the bacon. Okay.
Or maybe it was some mom seasonings on the bacon.
This mom seasoning. Maybe some of the ashes in it. Girl, now I'm glad she didn't share the bacon with you. You didn't share it.
I'm bringing in anything that guy brings to my house. I'm so sorry.
No. And the 4th one, this guy was a freaking jerk. And I am glad you stood up for yourself. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think he might be redneck, so looks like it.
So I found a little something to show how high standards are for some people.
Okay.
Well, it looks like it for me. I don't know about you. Let's see what you say. It's very short, and it comes from the subreddit dating, and it was posted 4 months ago. So this person says, are my dating standards too high? Friend gave me a reality check and I'm worried. I am 25, almost 26 female. I knew I was not the most easygoing when it came to dating, but recently I have started to realize after a conversation with a friend who was brutally honest, my standards are way too high. But I do not know how or if I should lower them. I am 5'9", so I would prefer a man taller than that, preferably over 6. I work in a very lucrative field and actually have 2 jobs, so I prefer a man that makes equal to or more money than me. Slightly less is fine, but if it's a potentially lucrative field or situationally dependent temporary brokenness, like getting a master's or a PhD in a good field, for example, but still being financially literate. I would also like him to largely agree with me politically, have the same religious or non-religious beliefs, be reasonably fit and in shape. I am too. I need a gym body, and of course, be attractive to me physically. That includes having hair. I like him to encourage my hobbies and not get jealous when I'm out with friends, and be a worldly, well-traveled individual. I'm also child-free, so not having any children or wanting them is important. This is where it gets tricky. I'd also prefer that he not be addicted to adult movies, gambling, sports betting, video games, alcohol, or any sort of drugs. Additionally, I like him to be open to the idea of waiting at least a year to be intimate, and potentially sleeping in separate bedrooms or houses. My friend told me I am not looking for a man, I am looking for a mannequin or a fantasy world, and I lost it. Are my expectations really that unrealistic? I felt that she started good, you know.
Started with a decent
Yeah,
price.
a reasonable thing. She wants someone who's over 6 foot because she's 5'9". I understand that.
You have her preferences in heights and body
Yeah,
types and
yeah, and it's totally okay that you want someone who has hair. I get that. And that you have someone that can support themselves or something like that. But like you're saying, like
I
you're
feel
in a
that
very lucrative field and you have 2 jobs. You're
exactly.
expecting to find someone who meets that.
Well, I was thinking at the moment that you say 2 jobs, I'm like, and what time do you have the relationship then if you have 2 jobs?
Well, I
But
guess it doesn't matter because they're gonna live in different houses.
they will not know when one another, if they live in the same house, they will not know when one's gets home, one's not, because they're gonna be living in separate bedroom. I mean,
True.
rooms.
True.
Um, but
But you don't
after,
want this person to have any addictions, including video games.
well, she after she put all those specification, it actually looks like, damn girl, you need to just go to the fabric and just make yourself one of those electric dolls, like cyborgs things, and just be there for you. He will not provide anything for the financial aspect though. So I guess that will disqualify the cyber. So
Yeah.
yeah,
It's okay to have high standards, but you
yes,
need to be reasonable. I'm just saying.
it's a point of being, how you call this, realistic and be the ¿cómo se dice delirio?
Yeah.
Delirium? Delirium?
The Lulu, delusional. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I was trying to say deliriante, pero I guess delusional, yeah.
I guess I don't know.
It's the same word.
Delirium. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. So right now, I think it's like, oh, you smoke something, girl, but like before you have that conversation, but that's not feasible.
Yeah.
I,
Top comment says far less than 1% of men will meet those qualifications. There is nothing wrong with having high standards as long as you understand you will probably be looking for years.
well, she might reach her, ¿cómo se dice? Her older years trying to look for that and never found it. She might die waiting, looking for it.
Yeah. Somebody says nobody on earth actually meets her criteria. Rich, tall, handsome, well traveled, but also willing to sleep in separate houses. And with a year to be intimate, they also have to be attracted to OP, but she's not really bringing anything to the table they desire. Rich, they're already rich. Smart, they are well traveled and worldly. They hang out around plenty of smart people already. Want someone that encourages her hobby, but she's not willing if he's into video games. So she will literally reject Henry Cavill himself if he were to ask her out.
I think so.
Yeah. And someone says, it sounds like you just want to find a male version of yourself.
Yes, I think that's what she's looking for. Her contrapartable male version. But that was not fun then. Like, where is
Exactly.
the self-discovering, the rest of, like, the opposites attracts? Because if you look for somebody, maybe she's not thinking, if she looks somebody like her, the same way that she get bored easily of somebody else do not meet their expectation, she cannot meet that person's expectation that she's so much fantasized for.
Yeah.
The other person might have even higher standards than her own, and she might not meet those expectations. So that's why she's
there
not.
You go. You have to be willing to compromise. No relationship is going to be perfect. No relationship is going to be perfect. Nobody is going to be perfect. You have to be willing to compromise and to find a middle ground for everything. You might have to change something about you as well if you want.
Thank you. And be willing also to, explore a little bit. Money is important, but you don't know, you might be getting married with somebody that meets all this expectation and have money and have more money than you, but you might be living a very miserable life. So what is for you to get everything you want financially and at the same time being there so miserable? and living like miserably. It's no point. But in the
I think
meantime,
you should wait until the robots look, more like humans,
well, we
and
can
you can
survive.
maybe.
They have improved a lot of those.
There you go,
It will
currently.
work.
Just insert everything that you like in that computer, and there is your perfect boyfriend.
Yeah, but again, you can find somebody that lives around your corner of the house that might be dying, can live his life for you, and that person might not make as much money as you do. He might have some of the things that you don't like, but you might
Maybe.
fall in love with him with a person that you won't care about those little details,
Yeah, exactly.
little details that you have.
Hmm.
So, what's
Good
for
luck
you?
out there.
So, for you, you have a very high standard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, some things are reasonable, some things are crazy.
She started fine.
It starts
After she
fine, and
stopped
then
talking after the financial things, it was like it
it's
went
going
up.
downhill.
It's like, okay, whatever. So I'm glad you were not like that.
Oh, yeah, no. I had a list, definitely. I had a list. I tweaked it a little bit over the years and things like that. But it's a good thing having, those high standards, having a list, because there's some people that clearly do not meet it. And the moment that you get to that, you're like, this is not what I'm looking for. And that's it.
It's good that you have your high standards. Don't settle for nothing less that you know that you deserve for.
Mm-hmm.
Especially that's why the standards are for. Um, but yeah, this one was just creating her own Prince Charming in her dreams. So hopefully one day we get to the technology that they can transfer whatever's on your dreams and make it a reality next to you. And then you'll be happy. But girl, yeah,
Yes.
hopefully you don't lie alone.
Nah, there's gonna be robots. She's gonna be fine.
Maybe she don't die like by the
Anyway,
robot.
maybe. Anyway, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this episode. Let us know what you think. Let us know which one you think is the worst dating story ever or the craziest.
This episode should be called The Dating Nightmares.
Okay, change it to the dating nightmares. That's fine. Do it. It's gonna be the dating nightmares. Mwahaha.
Thank you. Yes. And as usual, guys, today is Wednesday, so remember, 2 more days for the weekend.
Hell yeah.
So let's just carry out.
You guys are closer than us right now.
Indeed. But remember, like one day at a time, time goes by. Unfortunately, we wish like time stopped during the weekend so it can feel longer and not shorter, sadly. But yeah, so don't forget to comment, like, and we would appreciate if you guys comment in who will you think.
And share this episode with someone who's out there in the dating world and wants to see this, and see that it's not too bad what they're going through, because it could be worse, like these dating nightmares. So, send it to them. They might get inspired to be like, oh, what happened last week? It's not too bad. I can try another date. So hopefully this helps someone to avoid something. I don't know.
Yeah, to avoid something or to find the right guy, depending how you visualize it. Maybe you talk to two people at the same time. One is maybe some sus behavior that you might encounter in this video, and the other one.
You know what? Yeah, that's true.
So
also, be nice people. Do not be mean. Yes.
Be kind with one another, and remember, karma is a bitch, and whatever goes around comes around. So
it really is.
Peace out. Until next time.
Peace out. Bye.